Have you ever caught yourself wondering if life is more like a video game than an accidental burst of chaos? The idea that our universe might be a simulation has been around for decades, but recent advances in artificial intelligence are giving it a wild new twist. Picture AI not just modeling reality, but uncovering eerie signs that all of this, stars, galaxies, even our own thoughts, could be programmed. Today, we are exploring how the cutting-edge work of machine learning researchers might hint that our real world is anything but. Let's start with a quick refresher on simulation theory. The basic claim: if civilizations eventually create ultra-realistic simulations of entire universes, then we ourselves might be inside one. Sounds sci-fi, right? But here's where AI steps in. Over the last few years, scientists have used neural networks to replicate quantum physics, gravitational dynamics, even the complex interactions of subatomic particles. These AI-based simulators are sometimes so detailed that they come close to matching what we observe in real experiments. The bigger question is, if we can do that on a small scale, what if a far more advanced civilization could do it on a cosmic scale? One striking example is how AI can approximate the laws of physics without being explicitly taught. Researchers feed it raw data from high-energy particle collisions, or from swirling galaxy simulations, and watch as the system deduces underlying equations. No one ever tells the AI, "This is gravity," or "This is strong nuclear force." It infers consistent rules on its own. That's staggering on its own terms, but it also nudges us to wonder, if an advanced AI can spontaneously figure out physics from data, then maybe an even more advanced entity has written these physics as code in the first place. Meanwhile, some machine learning experts are fascinated by emergent properties. For instance, you train an AI to do one thing, say, generate realistic game environments, and it starts to create small bugs or patterns you never coded. Sometimes those patterns reveal a hidden structure. Translate that to our universe. If cosmic background radiation or the discrete nature of certain physical constants represent artifacts or rounding errors, perhaps we are just seeing the edges of the code. If AI keeps finding weird anomalies that standard physics can't explain, that might hint at a deeper architecture behind everything. Of course, not everyone's on board. Many scientists argue that any weirdness AI discovers is just an artifact of incomplete data. After all, we feed the AI whatever limited measurements or theories we have. So if it spits out something bizarre, maybe it's simply the AI grappling with the gaps in our knowledge? But there's an enticing possibility that in bridging these gaps, we might stumble onto the source code of the cosmos, if you will. And if that code includes patches or updates, some call them resets in simulation lingo, could that explain historical leaps in evolution or quantum phenomena that defy easy logic? Now, imagine where this leads for our day-to-day lives. If AI uncovers systematic workarounds in fundamental physics, or if it spots repeating patterns that go beyond chance, that's more fodder for the simulation argument. We might realize that certain constants aren't constant at all, or that random events are suspiciously too neat. Already, some deep learning models used in astrophysics flag anomalous cosmic signals that might be chalked up to data errors, but who knows? Could they be hints that we are in a grand experiment? Then, there's the ethical angle. If we are in a simulation, does that make AI some sort of translator between us and the programmers? Or is the AI just another layer, an NPC, non-player character, that's advanced enough to help us see the boundaries of our matrix? This might sound far-fetched, but look at how quickly AI has advanced in a few short years. Maybe the simulation is designed so that once humans reach a certain stage of tech sophistication, they either discover the illusions behind their world or ascend to new, artificially created realms themselves. But let's not leap off the deep end without caution. Simulation theory remains a hypothesis, no definitive proof yet. That said, what AI is doing is undeniably remarkable. By crafting near-perfect predictions of physical processes or spontaneously learning the laws of motion, it's at least turning our heads. If the nature of reality were code, one might expect advanced AI to eventually pick up on that code structure. Does that mean it proves we are living in some cosmic server farm? Hardly. But it might nudge open a door that was once sealed by our assumptions about a purely naturalistic, unprogrammed universe. So how should we process this? For some, it's exhilarating, a cosmic detective story with AI as our magnifying glass. For others, it raises uncomfortable spiritual or philosophical questions. If we are in a grand simulation, is there a creator we should be aware of? Are there limits to our growth that the system enforces, akin to game boundaries? Or maybe it's all hype, and we'll find more conventional explanations once we refine the data. Let me know in the comments. Does the notion of an AI inadvertently proving simulation theory thrill you or freak you out? Personally, I find it mind-blowing that some lines of code rummaging through data might stumble on the cheat sheet of the universe. If this idea intrigues you, remember to smash that like button. Also, consider subscribing if you crave more explorations of how cutting-edge AI intersects with our biggest philosophical debates, because believe me, the next wave of breakthroughs might only deepen the mystery. Until next time, keep questioning everything, because if we really are in a simulation, the only way out is to peek behind the code.